Welcome back to Geek. Welcome, hold on.
Welcome back to Geek.
Welcome back to the official GeekSpeak podcast. I'm your host, Sean, and joined as always is my co-host, Josh Flippity Floppity, give me the floppity, Rudy Rudolph. This is the podcast where we watch movies. I don't know why I added I put you down on this Flippity Floppity. But anyway, this is the podcast where we watch movies, make movies, play games, and more. What else can you ask for? Look, man, I'm eating oatmeal, and my brain went woo. How are you mentally?
I have a beard now.
That's where he is mentally.
Yep.
we originally were going to record about a week after we last recorded, and it's been about 2 weeks, which is not bad. But like the reason why we were going to record the Wednesday after the election, and
wasn't a great day.
We weren't in our mindset to do this
No.
to give you an escape or talk about news or superheroes and stuff. But it's been a bit. We've settled more.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the word I'm going to use. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I will say I voted for Kamala Harris.
I'm not a fan of the orange man.
No. I don't love Kamala, but I prefer her. I prefer a qualified woman over a man who is a convicted rapist, a 34 times a felon, an actual insurrectionist, a fascist man whose policies will actively harm the people I love around me. That's why I didn't vote for him. If you did, none of those things were a deal breaker for you. And I encourage you to try and look into his policies a lot more.
If you think you voted for him for the economy, you were not looking at his actual economic plan, which every economic expert has says will take us into an even worse Great Depression if he does everything he wants to do.
And we are not here to berate you. People have already Googled how do I change my vote after the fact. People have already Googled what are tariffs and things. And I understand mistakes happen. But because it's such a large election, I implore you to look inward, at least for midterms, at least to do active change if you vote for this man. Because he will actively harm so many communities on this country.
He did it once before, and he will do it again.
And now there are far fewer checks and balances to keep him from doing more damage. I am not saying this to berate you. I am just saying if you did vote for him, I am saying this because he will cause harm to people we love. And we encourage you to look more into that, please. If you voted for him because you align with his racist beliefs, get the fuck off.
We've been very open in the past about our opinions and beliefs on all this kind of stuff. If you still believe in the racist, misogynistic, sexist bullshit, why are you here? We don't want you.
If you're here because we think that we welcome all people, that's true. We welcome people of all, sexes, colors, creeds, whatever. We want you to be here, and this is a safe place for you. We do not tolerate intolerance on this podcast, but we're here to have a good time. So, I have other sad news, not related to this stuff though, and then we had the passing of very famous actor Tony Todd, horror icon Tony Todd. You might know him as Candyman. He also was recently in Spider-Man 2 as Venom, the voice.
He did? Oh,
yeah,
I remember now.
Aren't you playing that today?
Well, I haven't gotten back to the Venom part. It's been a year since I played Spider-Man 2, but I remember when that came out, they revealed that he voiced him. I'm like, oh damn, that's a good choice. Damn it, man.
So that's a tragedy that happened, and I want to put that out there because I've not seen him in a lot of stuff. I've only really seen him in probably some episodes of TV shows, honestly, but also the remake of Candyman. He was in very briefly. Yeah, we have news today, though, Josh, with the movie and TV releases. Tonight, I'm seeing Heretic, actually, after my work shift,
nice.
And that came out. So that looks really... What the fuck is that Jar Jar Binks impression?
There's a reason for it, and it's honestly really funny that it does happen.
But it's like Hugh Grant has clearly never seen the Star Wars, and just does a sound. It's weird. We also had a Godzilla -1 re-release this past weekend. We had the release of Here, Anora. The finale of Penguin happened. Red 1 came out yesterday. Best Christmas pageant ever, which is based on a book and a play. I was in the play, actually. That was really fun. And Agatha All Along has finished up. And that's all the movie stuff, really, that came out.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow like month so far, but it's obviously gonna pick up by the end of the month. But I've seen Honora. I really, really loved it. I think the Florida Project is still my favorite of Sean Baker's movies, but I really enjoyed this one. I have not seen Here. I have no interest. Robert Zemeckis has
I'm
really.
still so excited for it.
I've not heard a single good thing about it.
You finished Penguin?
I've not gotten past episode 1 yet. I love episode 1. It's so good. I'm so behind on everything.
I don't currently have Max because I forgot my parents were paying for it and they stopped paying for it. Now I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta get it again. But I will watch that at some point as well. I'm gonna finish. You need to finish My Adventures with Superman still.
Yes, I'm aware.
As do I. I'm like halfway through season 2.
I need to do that. The Dune show starts tomorrow, and I'm just like, cool, great, another thing to add to the list.
Did you see the first clip of it recently? It looks good. That's all. But on to unhappy news. Coke released their Christmas commercial. Have you seen this, Josh?
Sadly, yes.
It's fully powered by AI. Every frame of it is soulless. It looks like I'm watching just B-roll from like the Polar Express.
It looks awful.
It looks so bad. The humans are just barely moving. It's so bad.
And like very clearly they had to bring in people to try to like refine it as best they can. But even with that, I'm just like, this still looks terrible.
I love to drink Coca-Cola. I drink way too much of it. I have Coke in my fridge right now. What the fuck, Coca-Cola? And I would have killed. I would have done this commercial for you for free. Like this, I would have killed to be on set for this something like this.
Like this is what we and everyone else have been talking about when it comes to like AI taking jobs. This is what they want to do. They want it to get to a point where either people can't recognize that it's made by AI or they just don't care and they just will do it no matter what, so they don't have to pay anyone to do it. And it's just like, why are people still going in on this aside from the corporations? Why are normal people being like, I love my AI, yay, I get to talk to a robot all day? It's like, please talk to a human.
Why does every app have AI in it now? I can't get rid of it.
Okay, so there was a I can't remember his last name. The guy, Amrunes everything. He was talking to someone from a tech company. I don't remember which one. And he was talking about how like a lot of things like that it says it's AI is not actually AI. It's like a lot of just like corporate like renaming and rebranding things just to fit in with like the whole AI trends.
Just an algorithm.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things are doing what they did before. It's just some of the tech has improved, but it's just like it's not AI. Most of it is not AI. Most of it is machine learning stuff. But still, it's bad. I hate it. Generative imagery is awful and it's going to destroy the planet. But hey, you know, we get funny images now from...
Of Coke.
Yeah. Woo.
And their tagline on the commercial says, Coca-Cola, real magic. I'm like, no, fuck you. Nay.
Hard nay. Hate it. Hate everything about it.
Also, we'll get back to DComs next episode, y'all. We need a break because this month, I couldn't do anything mentally to watch more movies this week, really. I did actually watch one movie, though. I watched, what's that movie? Meryl Streep. Oh, Devil Wears Prada.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't seen it
yet. It's not my kind of thing usually, but like, my fiance loves it, my mom loves it. I'm like, okay, let's watch it. And yeah, it's good. I gave it like an 8 out of 10. I think it's a good great movie. It's whiplash for fashion.
Interesting. Not heard that analogy before.
A little bit. Not the second half more so. The lessons and themes a bit more though. Anyway, no TCon this week, but we have more news to get to, like the Mission Impossible first trailer, which I have not seen because I have not watched their movies. Josh is acting like getting a child now. What do you think about this trailer, Josh?
I am very excited for it, and it's a very great teaser.
Is it still Dead Reckoning Part 2?
No, it is called The Final Reckoning, and honestly, that title kind of goes hard. I really like that. As much as I think it's
Dead
stupid.
Reckoning Part 1, the Final Reckoning.
I'm still not saying that it's stupid that they changed it, but at least they changed it to a good title. But I'm very excited to see how this ends, and like, I feel like calling it The Final Reckoning means that they're confirming this is the last one. And so if it truly is the last one, I hope it goes out with a bang. And because like everything so far has been very, very, very good. And I'm very excited to see how this one goes and just what crazy stuff Tom Cruise puts himself through in this one.
It's the last Tom Cruise one. Next up, Mission Impossible, whatever number, with Glenn Powell taking the role. And
I'm honestly down for that.
So yay or nay on this? I haven't watched it.
I'll give it a hard yay. I'm very excited.
Then we got some Marvel TV show teasers with Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart, Spider-Man Neighborhood Friendly Boy, and then Wonder Man. What do you think about this?
I am excited for pretty much all of them. Daredevil, obviously, we've talked about a lot before. I love it. I'm very happy to see again. I'm disappointed, though, that the cinematography and lighting is kind of similar to most other Marvel things when you compare it to the original show and how just dynamic everything looked. It makes me a little bit sad, but I'm still happy we're getting it back. Ironheart, we finally have something from it after all these years, which is very funny to me.
Like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I know. But hey, we're getting it. I'm excited to see what it's like. Wonder Man is the one that interests me the most, probably, aside from Daredevil, just because, like, I know nothing really about this character, and I think it's interesting of having a movie actor turn into a superhero. Is that his deal? Or is he playing a superhero?
Sorta.
Okay, great.
Do we do a deep dive for you on this character at some point?
Probably.
Okay. I will say, it looks like for Wonder Man, they got they skimmed the Wikipedia and saw actor. Cool, let's go with that only. And abandoned everything else. Like, oh, all right. Sure.
I'm curious. I love Yaya. Him playing another comic book character is just funny to me at this point, but it's a very different character from the ones he's done before, so I'm excited. Ben Kingsley is back. That's a lot of fun. The Spider-Man animated show, I am very curious to see what that one's going to be like.
What universe is it? Is it the MCU 616 whatever?
It's like, clearly it's not.
I know. Everyone thinks it is, though.
It's whatever. But the animation style is starting to grow on me a bit more, because at first I thought it was going to be 2D and then it wasn't, but I'm liking it so far, but I think I need to see more of it to really get a full opinion on it. But, and it's a very quick teaser too, he hits a kid in the head with a brick.
Yeah.
They're taking the logic from the Spider-Man games of just like blowing people up doesn't harm them, it seems like.
Or, impact web off a roof.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy doing a lot. Impact web's my favorite webs in the game, probably. Yeah. Mostly cool, I guess. I have similar thoughts. The Wonder Man one's like, oh, this is cool, but just you got actor, and I went with that. Cool. He is an actor. That is true. It's just a bit different. I really like the Ironheart teaser a lot, and I wish we had this years ago now.
Is her suit supposed to be more bulky, I guess?
No, it's thinner usually.
Okay, that's what I thought, because like I got it for Wakanda Forever because it was like, a makeshift one, like a very quick put together kind of thing. But like it's still bulky here, and I'm like, is it gonna slim down at all? Okay, yeah, that seems more accurate to what I imagined it to be.
Like, this is usually kind of a vibe.
Maybe you're doing the thing like where she'll have that design in like the final episode.
I don't know. This is her first appearance design. It's like looks almost like human anatomy, kind of. Like it's very thin on a body. So being bulkier and bulkier seems so funny to me in these teasers. I'm like, oh, why? I don't know. Sure, I'll give it a yay. Whatever. But I do have another thing that involves Marvel and Black Panther, like Ironheart kind of thing. Denzel Washington says he will retire from acting after his next batch of films, which include a film about the military leader Hannibal, a new film with Steve McQueen, who he's made Hunger and other movies as well.
Cool.
An adaptation of Othello, a King Lear project, which is hopefully I think his last thing on this list, but also Black Panther 3. Ryan Coogler is writing in part for it.
Cool.
When asked, do you want to join the MCU or what made right in here? It was definitely the Ryan Coogler of it all. He said Ryan Coogler just called him and say, hey, would you want to be interested in this? He's like, yeah, right in part, I'll do it, like immediately, without a thought, because he's wanted to work with him. He's like, he thinks such a cool guy, which is good to hear. This is cool. I think if it does end with like Shakespeare, like Othello, then King Lear, that's wild and dope.
Yeah. I think, him ending his career with Shakespeare, and, I've seen clips. I've seen the first, like, I think 20 to 30 minutes of his Macbeth movie on Apple, and of course he does a great job because he's Denzel Washington, but it's weird like learning more that he's like done a lot of Shakespeare work, because I was not familiar with that. So I think like if that's what he ends his career with, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see who he would be in a Black Panther movie.
Yeah, do you think that he'll be a good guy, or do you think they'll make him a bad guy?
Maybe an ancestral plane character.
If you get Denzel, though, he's got to be a very prominent character, though.
I don't know. He said to just write him apart. So I don't know. I think it might be a bit part.
I think if Ryan Coogler is calling up Denzel, I think that he's got a pretty big character in mind.
Absolutely. Who knows? We'll find out. Batman.
Batman?
Batman. Matt Reeves. Batman.
He does indeed make the Batman movies.
That's number 2.
Ah.
So you've seen number 1.
I have a couple of times.
I love how in the first one he's all about vengeance, right? It's cool. He's like, oh wait, shit, that's not the right answer. Let's change our path a bit. And now this one, Matt Reeves says Bruce Wayne will be finding it very hard to be Batman.
Hmm.
Saying Batman's out there trying to grapple with the aftermath of everything that happened, which to some degree he blames for himself. And I think it's really, really fascinating and feels very Mask of the Phantasm me, and I love this.
Yeah, the one thing I hope that in these movies, because I have no idea how many they're going to do, but I love this angle of him growing more, really actually seeing him grow into who Batman is supposed to be, same as Bruce Wayne. And I want Robin in these movies, god damn it.
This feels like a Robin thing
I hope that it is, or like they do something with it.
Because, like, finding it very hard to be Batman, and then he's like, a young ward, I must train. It's such a very fitting thing. Like, the idea of giving him a purpose again would be good.
Yeah.
Give us Dick
Grayson. You might want to rephrase that.
Give us Richard Dick Grayson.
Again, I ask, how is Dick short for Richard? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know, but I love that the name has. There's never been a good retcon of his name in any comic books ever. They tried Rick Grayson for a bit.
Oh yeah, when he like became, was he a bad guy or was it just he was trying to be cool?
Amnesia.
Ah, the classic the classic tactic.
He shaved his head and went by Rick.
I remember now.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's odd that he's still Dick Grayson because Dick is not a name that anyone's had for like 100 years. But whatever. Yay on this news about Batman. I'm actually kind of excited for that idea.
Yep.
But weird things about Green Lantern. We got casting announcements for characters. We got casting for I don't know who, but Garrett Dillahunt has been cast in Lanterns. His character is described as a self-righteous, conspiracy-minded man who masks his ruthless ambition behind a charming and calculated facade.
Okay.
No, honestly, I don't know what to think about this. Like, I don't know the vibe of the show really at all still, but sure. I don't know that will not really be anyone in the Lanterns mythos that I can think of, because actually, you know what? I could see that being Sinestro, the description.
Interesting.
But at the same time, I don't see him as Sinestro. So I don't know. All the Lanterns castings so far have been shocking to me. So, sure, whatever. I don't know who's going to be. Someone said he's Bruce Wayne as a joke. I'm like, that's funny. But it's very much like his Burn Notice character as well. I'm interested in this. I don't know if it is a land-based character. These are all like new characters, so I don't know who they're really introducing.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings me to the next person of Kelly MacDonald has been cast as Sheriff Carey in the Lantern series. Will be a love interest for Hal Jordan, according to Deadline, and that's fascinating to me.
Is this a person that has not had a love interest in Hal Jordan?
Who the fuck is Sheriff Carey? I don't know.
Okay.
Because Hal Jordan's main love interest is Carol Ferris, and I guess maybe Carrie could be Carol because like a nickname, but she wouldn't be a sheriff then, unless this is a fake thing. But like, who the fuck knows? But it's really, I don't think an older Hal Jordan at this point should not already be with Star Sapphire Carol Ferris.
I know those words.
She's a Pink Lantern as well. But she was in the movie played by Blake Lively.
Oh, granted, it's been over a decade since I've seen that movie.
We should do the podcast for sometime soon.
Do we have to?
I think before the show comes out, we should.
Yeah, I know.
But honestly, I don't know about this one. I don't like the idea of him not being with Carol, especially at an older age. But Kelly MacDonald's cool, so sure. Yay or nay, Josh?
I'm here. I'm vibing. I'll give it a yay. I'm here. I'm curious.
Ready for the weirdest trio ever?
Sure.
Okay, we're getting a heist movie soon.
Cool.
A film following American government's plot to steal the Soviet spacecraft during a 1959 expedition to Mexico City.
Okay.
Sounds cool so far, right?
Yes, I feel like you're about to throw me under the bus with something here.
Starring Lupita Nyong'o.
Okay.
John Mulaney.
Okay.
And Jared Leto.
I don't think I've ever heard more chaotic casting before. This is fascinating.
Right? It's in Kemp Power's new Lunatic Heist. And the plot of this is fascinating to me. I don't get any of their vibes matching in any way.
I can maybe see John and Lupita, because she has done comedy stuff in the past, and I know that she's also a funny person.
Like, I don't like Jared Leto, but I can see John and Jared Leto. I can see John and Lupita. I can't see all three of them together.
This is fascinating.
Isn't it? Lunatic Heist.
This is also just this is such an interesting just change up for this director, because he goes from co-directing Soul, being one of the directors of Across the Spider-Verse, and now we have this.
Maybe it's animated. That would fix it.
I don't know. IMDb doesn't list it as animated,
but we don't know any more details really yet. So who knows? But this is a fascinating thing, I'll say.
What if this is John Mulaney's first true dramatic role? What if?
That's what I see might be happening, honestly. But his voice sounds too much like a radio host to be.
That's why it's during the Cold War. It fits perfectly.
Oh God! Yay or nay on this movie, in this casting?
I'll give it a yay, because I am just morbidly curious now. Yes, I'm aware, but that adds to the curiosity.
I think I'm gonna give it a yay as well. I'm so curious too. Want to hear about more weird casting, fun things?
Sure.
I have 2 Tom Holland things, actually.
2 Tom Holland things?
Well, we knew Tom Holland was going to be in the Nolan film.
Yep.
We talked about it last time. But now I found out that Zendaya will be in it as well.
Ha! Funny.
And she'll have apparently a brief amount of time on set. Which is very fitting for Nolan. For women leads. Feels like.
Yeah.
I also rewatched Tenet the other day. I'm like, it's still great, but also interesting here. Watching Nicole watch the movie, I was like, what is happening here? We turn on captions because it was like, it's very helpful.
It really is. Like when I first watched, when I watched it again at home after it came out, I put subtitles on. I was like, oh, thank God, I can finally understand what is somewhat happening here.
Like I got the gist of it in the theater, but it was like, this is just, it's helpful to get more details.
Yeah, Nolan's incessant use on not refining the audio afterwards is crazy to me. Because, like, the score and sound design of this movie overpowers the dialogue to an insane degree. And I love the music and sound design. It's great. But I can't understand what's happening.
What a crazy plane stunt.
Yes.
More to the other Tom Holland thing I want to say is that him and Austin Butler are now going to star together in a movie called American Speed for Amazon. It's a crime thriller following 2 brothers who are famous race car drivers that finance their activities with drug smuggling, money laundering, and tax evasion. They look nothing alike.
I'm curious what the age difference between them is supposed to be.
They're not far apart in age.
I mean, I guess I'm here for it. I like both of them. They're both good actors.
Austin Butler is 33 years old and Tom Holland's like 27. So it's like 6 years, which is not that bad. And they both look youngish.
Oh, this is based on a true story.
Yeah, I think this is fascinating. I like the idea of them working together. I feel like Tom Holland's agent locked in for these 2 movies here. It's like, I hear y'all trashing his filmography. I got you.
I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me if, like, after some of his misfires, like, he's, like, sat down with his agent and just, like, had a long discussion about, like, what he wants to do. He doesn't just want to do, big box office smash type movies. He wants to actually show what he can do as an actor. Because, like, the first thing he did, I think, it was either right before his hiatus or right afterwards, was doing Romeo and Juliet on Broadway, which is, like, very different from a lot of the other things he's done lately. And, like,
on the West End, not Broadway. But
yeah. But, like, it just seems like to me that he wants to pivot his career. Aside from Spider-Man and playing him still, like, he wants to do something else with his career. And I'm excited.
Speaking of speaking of blockbuster actors, do you see Dwayne Johnson's comments about comparing Oppenheimer to Red One? It'll be a game over.
I live to have this man's delusional state as to the quality of his films. So basically, this was the promotional video for Red One, specifically for IMAX, and he was talking about how he was seeing Oppenheimer in IMAX, and I guess someone that worked on the film was there with him, and he asked them.
No, he saw it in Nolan's screening room.
It makes this even funnier.
And he asked to sit where Nolan would sit and to watch a movie.
And as he was watching it, he literally said in the video, like, Red One on the screen is going to change everything.
It's like, with this technology, it'll be game over. I'm like, what do you mean? Game over what?
Which is funny because, like, I scrolled, because I was looking for something very specific on his Instagram. They started filming this at, like, Christmas time 2022, and Oppenheimer didn't come out till that summer. So, like, if they had already filmed this in IMAX, he should have already known this. My guess is that they didn't. Realistically, they didn't. So this whole thing is just very funny to me. But I counted. There are 5 separate posts on his Instagram from when they were filming Red One where he calls it a Christmas franchise film. I can guarantee you this will not get more than one. And he does this with every single one of his new quote-unquote franchises.
Black Adam went so hard, man.
It went so hard that it literally broke the DCEU, and it's still hilarious.
How to Train Your Dragon. We got a first look at Hiccup, official first look. We also have leaked pictures, which have been pretty much confirmed at this point. A first look at Hiccup in live action How to Train Your Dragon remake in theaters June 13th, 2025. Josh, you've seen this image that I'm referring to, right?
Yes.
The more I look at it, the less I like it. It's so gray.
Where are the colors in Hollywood these days? What is with this obsession with naturalism? I don't understand. I feel like a madman.
Mason Thames is fine, I guess. Also, recreating the exact set is also just annoying. Like I looked at, I was given hope because it's the same director and writer as the original. Then I thought also that he won't make it. He's not gonna make it more unique. It'll be the same again.
Yeah, like, I have faith in him as a director, but I am more worried now seeing the images that I've seen in that, like, is anything new actually going to be done here? Is there going to be something changed for the story, the characters? Just like
his outfit's slightly different.
Not things like that. Because, like, I like new adaptations and I like remakes of things, not because, like, oh, I have to see in live action to legitimize it. No, I like to see different interpretations of these things to see how someone else would do it differently. But this is also from the same director, so, like, I don't know what's going to be done differently. I still have hope because I love these movies, but I worry that this is just going to set a bad precedent. At least compared to the live-action Disney remakes, this one might have more soul to it. I don't know. But I'm giving it a grain of salt on the soul part.
It did... How do I phrase this? I wouldn't... There's already a better live-action How to Train Your Dragon on stage that's been done. Because there's a show of it. You can see that show and experience, like, the wonders of live-action while seeing theatrical experience in front of you.
Yeah, when you adapt something like that to the stage, there's a lot of changes and things you have to do to make it work in that specific medium, because it's a very different medium from film, and that brings a lot of challenges, but that also brings a lot of creativity to this kind of stuff. But it seems like with these remakes, not just for this movie, but the Disney remakes, they take the safest route possible, and it drives me insane. Like, I don't understand why they play it so safe. It's so annoying.
Like, not in this image, but in other images, they showed Toothless, and, like, don't make him look the exact same. You could make differences. It's not a cartoon.
I would rather him look like the animated version than look like a realistic, in quotes, dragon. I would rather have that, because it still retains a lot of the personality and character of Toothless himself.
Sure, but you can, there's a stage version that has, like, you can have some different horns. You can add small details when you look same but different a little bit. I don't know. I want to feel this director's going to put other personality in this movie besides what he did before.
Yeah.
Anyway, yay? Question mark?
I'll give it a tentative yay, because I still like the cast and I like the director and I love these movies. So, like, I will give it the benefit of the doubt for now. But I've also been proven wrong on this before, so we'll see.
We have a timeline officially for Stranger Things Season 5. Will be set 1 year after events of Season 4. Which I get the idea. Yeah, I get the idea of it because the kids are getting older, but suspend your disbelief one more time.
With how Season 4 ends, like, that's a very much like, oh, death is imminent and coming for us. Doing a 1 year time jump is interesting. Weird. But I mean, like, if they have a planet already set in mind with that, then, like, sure, fine.
They've been a weird Mageddon for 1 year straight.
Look, the production's pipeline of Stranger Things has been very strange for the last several years because of COVID.
A whole year? Is Vec the mayor now or something? I saw that tweet. People are like, "What? Yeah, what's happening here with the what? Did he just take a break for a year?"
He was just like, I just want my presence to be known, but I need some time to myself.
That's very Voldemort of him.
Yeah.
We got a trailer for Dear Santa, which Josh did not enjoy.
It like, the idea of a kid accidentally mailing a letter to Santa to Satan because he misspelled it is funny. Getting Jack Black to play Satan is pretty funny. There is almost no Christmas vibes to this movie at all. And, like, it doesn't seem like it's really a Christmas movie in any kind of sense of the word. And the jokes in the trailer are just, And I was wondering, why does this feel so off? And then the credits, roll. It's made by the Farley brothers. Green Book and
Dumb and
Dumb and
Dumber?
Dumber. Ricky Stenicki. It might not be good. I liked Bob Farley's movie, Champions, that he made last year. That one was actually pretty good. But, like, this just doesn't look funny. And it sucks because I like the premise.
I'm looking at the trailer again now. Half the shots look well lit. The other half look terribly lit.
That's called early 2000s comedy lighting right there.
Yep. I'm going to give it a yay with the premise. I'm vaguely excited for it. Like the most minimally it possibly could be.
I'm giving it a nay because it's PG-13 with the premise that it has.
Yeah. I'm going to move on to what if season 3 news that it's going to be better. I don't know. Anyone? I don't care.
It's at this point, like, I don't care. They kind of blew it with the first season.
Storm will wield Mjolnir in season 3 of What If. That's nothing.
This is the problem. Like, these aren't the what ifs that people come up with. Like, that just seems very random. It's just like you spun a wheel with different Marvel characters. It's like, all right, who's gonna do this? All right, landing on Storm. Let's do that. It's like,
also, it's happened in mainline comics. Not even like a what if idea.
Yeah, it's so strange. But like, when I think back to What If, like the episodes that work the best, like the Doctor Strange one, is on first glance seems like it's nothing, and it turns into like a very deep and thoughtful story. But then so many of the other ones are just nothing. It's like, what if T'Challa's Star-Lord? It's just the plot of Guardians 1, but T'Challa's in the place of him now. Like, I don't understand it.
Also, this will be our first real X-Men in the MCU, really. I don't like that. Now it's how we're getting it.
Yeah, it seems very random.
Introducing Storm in What If.
That might be just because of X-Men 97 is why they did that.
I think she's voicing it again, too. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But the idea of, like, our first introduction for general audiences to Storm is in What If. Because people don't watch X-Men 97. People just watch the MCU stuff. And, like, what is happening?
I don't know how many people actually even watch What If at this point.
Good point. Anyway, nay.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a nay.
The last section I have here for news is called Feige Comments.
What does he comment on this time?
3 things.
Oh, boy.
Kevin Feige says the X-Men will be important to the MCU after the events of Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah. I better hope so.
My man, like, how hard is it to just put the mutants there? Like, you don't need a whole explanation with the Avengers movies to do it. Just have them be there at this point.
Because it just existed. Yeah.
Like, at this point, I'm like, who cares? We don't need to set up 15 movies to set up one at this point anymore.
The whole MCU, we've really only seen a tiny corner of it, so mutants could have already just existed the whole time anyway. I have more comments, though. Kevin Feige on when Miles Morales will be introduced to the MCU. Miles will appear in the 3rd Spider-Verse movie, which is in production. I hope that shortly after it, he can enter the MCU in live action.
I mean, it was kind of a given Miles was going to be in the 3rd Spider-Verse movie.
Well, he meant like after that point, that's what he's in now, and then after that we can talk about introducing him in the MCU, but not until it's at least done.
You see, this is what makes me very curious. Like,
it's probably a contract thing also.
I mean, yeah, it's another, Sony most likely owns the rights to Miles still. So, like, that's probably, a whole big thing with them. But, like, I don't know, it makes me curious because, like, aside from the comics, every other version of Miles and Peter has pretty much been, like, Peter is, like, a mentor figure of some kind to him, and they both exist sort of together in some kind of way. The games have done it recently. Spider-Verse kind of does that, but, again, through multiverse kind of things. So, I don't know, and I feel like that Peter's still too young in the MCU to do that kind of mentor thing for Miles. But they would also have to make Miles like 14 or 15. They can't make him like, like late high school like they've done recently and other things.
I mean, realistically, Peter should have been like 20 at this point, based on the timeline they've already had, but they kind of just ignore it and keep him in high school age.
I really wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Man 4 has it like, X amount of years after No Way Home, he's out of college and stuff like that. Because I want to see him be an adult and be Spider-Man.
Because the actor will be 28, 29 at that point.
Yeah, that's also a big factor.
Kevin Feige on the future of Scarlet Witch in the MCU. This is the most interesting thing to me. This is the most interesting thing he said. About Scarlet Witch, he said, all I can say is we're excited to find out when and how she can come back.
Just say we have plans in motion, man. Like, we all know she's not dead because we didn't actually see her die.
I will say, mild spoiler for Agatha all along, everyone. If you don't want to hear anything, just skip ahead to the main topic right now. Death confirmed she died. That's what got me.
Yeah, but there's also been like funky things with death in the MCU though, so like who knows? I mean, she could have also been lying to Agatha just to like appease her.
That's true. That'd be way funnier. I'm just fucking mad. I mean, that's our news though, Josh.
A lot less than I thought.
We're moving on to our main topic today, which is Venom: The Last Dance. What a fucking movie this was.
I find it very funny that you rated this one the highest out of all of them.
We'll get into it. I don't know if I believe it. I might have just been in a mood where I needed to be positive that day.
Fair.
So I watched this the day we were going to record. The day before, on the election night on Tuesday, which apparently that was a peak day for this movie.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Everyone's like, we have to escape. Let's go to the movies. Josh, what was the plot of Venom 3?
So Venom and Eddie, they be on the run because, they did a bit of murder, in the past, and the government don't really care for that. But as
they murder all the time.
It's fine. But as they're doing that, Null, big bad symbiote leader man, decides now is the time to want to enact his revenge, I guess, on whoever it is. I don't remember. And he wants to obviously, do evil, take over everything, normal villain stuff, and sends evil, big murder Venom symbiote
He wants
things.
to enact his revenge on the symbiotes.
Yes.
Because they're the ones who trapped him.
Yeah. And so he sends his murder bots of Venom to Earth to, locate Venom and all sorts of other symbiote things, because that's where they last were. Hijinks ensue, death, murder, all sorts of fun stuff. A surprising amount of, bloody, gory deaths for a PG-13 movie, which genuinely surprised me. Fun times. There's a dance sequence in this. I had a lot of fun with this. It is not the best one of them, though. I disagree. That still belongs to Let There Be Carnage.
That might be my least favorite one.
That is incorrect, sir.
I've watched that one the least. Okay, now I also didn't watch either Venom movie beforehand before this. I mean, I've seen it in the past, but I mean, I didn't, review them again, in my head. Go back and see them again.
So I know we've talked about these in the past, but for anyone that doesn't know, my thoughts, first one, not that good, and mainly because it doesn't know what kind of movie it wants to be. The tone is all over the place, and not in a good way, and don't care for the villain. There's a lot of problems I have with it. I still enjoy it. It's not good. But Let There Be Carnage is my favorite, because that one fully understands the tone and vibe that it's going for, and it's beautiful because of it. Andy Serkis's direction is really
weird
good.
Wigs.
Yes, weird wigs. But Andy Serkis's direction is fantastic. It's insanely funny on purpose. The cinematography is gorgeous. It's one of the best shot comic book movies in years, and it's very funny to me. I just have a blast with it. It's my favorite. This one, I think, is my second favorite, but the main problems I have with this one come down to its tone isn't always consistent, and I cared for none of the
Disagree.
You think the tone is consistent?
Fairly.
No, I disagree.
It's the whole thing is like horror comedy.
I don't agree with that.
That's fine.
And the side characters is probably my biggest issue. There's not a single side character I remembered or cared about in this movie, and it drove me insane.
The tone is more consistent to me than there is in the first one. You don't agree with that one?
Well, no, that's true. It's more consistent, but it's more frustrating because it'll be doing fun Venom things, and it'll go into serious the world's gonna end, we have to do something, and then it'll go into a Venom dance sequence. That's what I mean by the tone is not consistent.
But that's also character consistency.
It's character consistent for him, yes, but I'm talking about everything surrounding them is not consistent with what they're doing. It feels like Venom and Eddie are in their own separate movie, and everything else is in their own thing, and it doesn't.
I love it.
It doesn't mesh. That's the problem I have with it.
I think we just don't agree on that, and that's okay. But I think you're an idiot. I'm kidding. So I'm gonna talk about one thing, and that the casting of other Marvel actors in this in different roles.
It's
like
funny.
Reese Ifans.
That one feels very intentional.
Yes, it does. And Chiwetel Ejiofor, right after doing, because Reese Ifans was also in the last movie that Venom was in as well.
Yeah.
Which, as a different character, as the Lizard. So it's this is an interesting choice. Definitely. This is designed, and because the trailer's all just him in the back of a van with no other context.
Yeah.
And that people have thought it's the Lizard. Well, it's not the Lizard. Let's say it right now. That's not a spoiler. It's not the Lizard.
No.
It's just hippie man.
Yep. And it's honestly
Who
pretty
I
funny.
loved, actually.
I really did enjoy that family. I thought that the dynamic that they all had and then they had with Eddie, I thought was a lot of fun.
Let's talk about our boy Null here. The villain of the movie is not a spoiler either. Spend the movie, head down until the post credits scene where he lifts his head up.
Yeah, he's like in one scene of the movie, and then we don't see him again until the post-credit scene. So like the big feeling of dread and threat from the actual villain is non-existent here, and it's very funny they're doing Null, who's a very big baddie in Marvel Comics, specifically for Venom and stuff. Why are they doing this in this movie? Because this is a very final movie. Like this ends this trilogy very very thoroughly.
This movie feels like it's saying a fourth movie, while also saying, I'm done.
Yeah, to me that feels like that was like a Sony thing. They were just like, hey, you need to do this so we can do this. And Kelly Marcel, who wrote and directed this, and she wrote the other two movies, she was just like, I was planning on using this to end it all. All right, let's see what we can do with that.
Yeah, I think Null's the base plot of that isn't bad. I helped create part of this universe here. I was here before time. I created this world. I created the symbiotes and these parasitic creatures, but they don't like my ruling. They trap me here, and I start to create other monsters to try and get them to get me out, to get this key, which is now inside of Venom.
A thing that has not been addressed before at all.
That's fair for the Venom movies, though. Remember when I had said oh yes, I can search all the Spider-Mans everywhere in the universe. Oh
Yeah.
look, there's Tom Holland. So that's fine.
Yeah, but it's just funny to me because a big plot point in this, this isn't really a major spoiler, but whenever, he turns into Venom, that kind of like activates the key and it allows the like murder Venom symbiotes to go and find him like pretty easily. It's like it's like a homing beacon.
How fast can those enemy hunter things move?
Apparently very fast.
Across states. Just boom. Okay.
And it sucks because Andy Serkis plays Null in this, and like I think that's
Barely.
a cool. I know, it's a cool casting, but they just don't use him.
At least also use his real face at the end.
Did
Like,
they?
don't use a CG. No, I wish they used as a CGI model. Like, you could have just used him in makeup, prosthetics.
Yeah, because it's a real person there. So
yeah,
the design of him looks cool, but he doesn't do anything. He just sits in a chair.
he's very Thanosing.
He is. But the idea, though, of Null being the big baddie for the Sony universe at this point in time is very funny, and we'll get into that later as to why that's hilarious.
Sure. Yeah. That's weird. Let's talk about the word of using the word codex ingrained into a being from outer space again in a movie with superheroes in it. Man of Steel did that first, and it made me laugh a lot when I hear the codex is in him. I must get it to free my people. I'm like, what? Hold on. Where have I heard this before? What the fuck is the gay relationship between Venom and Eddie? Because I love it so much. They're lovers.
It's very fun. I really enjoy it. Tom Hardy does great in both roles, and he just plays it so perfectly. And this is what I mean. Like, this is why I love these movies so much, is because this is not a good adaptation of Venom in any way, shape, or form. And I think everyone that knows Venom agrees with that.
The physical form.
Yes, he looks like Venom.
Besides the spider. I need the spider.
Yeah. But, like, I really love that, like, how much they've kind of, like, changed it to being this, like, I don't even know what to really call it, but it's, like, it's very much, like, a romantic relationship, but neither of them seem to understand that. And that's why I love the second movie so much, because it is a rom-com. That is what that movie is, and it's hilarious because of it.
These characters are two gay men who think they're straight. In love with each other.
They're basically Mac from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. And I love it. I mean, they should just figure it out, come out together, and just be happy.
But it's their relationship that, like, really holds the movie together. And, like, by the end, like, when things happen, it's just like, damn, I'm actually feeling things. I think I never thought I would say with these movies.
Until we had the ending song of the movie.
That was hilarious. I love that.
I'm not gonna get it's not a spoiler, but I'm not gonna get into her now. Let's talk about also there's something in this movie that breaks the continuity of the first one very, very heavily. How hard it is for symbiotes to bond with a host.
Yeah, they've never been consistent with that, and they've not really addressed it. Because, like, in the first movie, they sort of establish that, like, they need to have some kind of bond in order for it to work, and then they don't really address it ever again.
And most hosts don't survive.
Yeah.
Wasn't Eddie only like surviving while like the symbiotes attached to him? Like if that leaves too long, he'll start dying again.
You see, they kind of, well,
I thought that's how it was in the first one. Like they need each other to survive.
I want to say yes, but again, this is what I mean. Like, they're not really consistent with it, because in the second one, when they have like their big breakup scene, Venom goes off on his own, and Venom can't survive without Eddie. But Eddie's is doing fine. Like, he's not really dying.
I thought he needed him like physically as well.
Venom does. Eddie doesn't.
That's interesting.
And then in this one, they don't address it again in that aspect. And then like there's other symbiotes, and it just works perfectly fine. We'll get into it later.
Also, there we have the two actors from Ted Lasso in this who never interact.
Yeah,
and that bothers me. I regret searching The Last Dance in Letterboxd because they're all called The Last Dance. A bunch of movies. I'm trying to find Venom. Okay, one of which is named Dr. Teddy Payne. The other one, Josh. What's the other scientist girl's name? Sorry, wrong person. So we have two characters from Ted Lasso in this. One is Juno Temple, played by God. I need to
Juno Temple is her name.
Yes, playing a scientist, and Dr. Teddy Payne. The other one is Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso. What's the actor's name? I can't find it on here. He's barely in the movie. He's in like 2 scenes. He was the bartender in No Way Home.
Yeah.
But anyway, they never interact once, and it's really bothersome because the movie forgets about one of these characters immediately. There's a scene in the beginning where the bartender character gets captured by federal agents and then isn't addressed to the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
What? Now, I'm talking about the scientist, though. We have Dr. Teddy Payne, played by Juno Temple. There's one more female scientist that also works with her. Who is named what, Josh?
See, the problem is that they don't give her a name during the movie. And it's not until you see the credits, she's credited as Christmas.
Based on a one-off joke.
Yes. Because they forgot to give her a name.
According to Letterboxd, her name is Sadie Christmas.
Okay.
So is Christmas her last name?
Unclear. This is what I mean. I don't know a goddamn thing about any of these side characters.
Okay, what is Reese Ifans' character's name?
Hippie Man.
Martin Moon.
Cool.
I remember him being Martin now, but I don't remember the last name Moon. Yeah, we have Nova Moon, Echo Moon, Leaf Moon as the family.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So Cristo Fernandez was the bartender in this, who's credited as bartender.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
My favorite review of this is Venom's on my Hear Me Out cake. Okay. This is honestly a fun time that I wish was a better time, but the relationship that Tom Hardy's performance in the movie is what made me score as high as I did.
Yeah.
He really is so much fun to watch, being the sweaty, crazy man he is.
Yeah.
He's not as sweaty now.
He's not as sweaty, sadly, but it's also very funny to think in the
He is barefoot.
Yes. But the timeline of these movies is very funny because this all takes place in the span of, like, not even a year. Like, it's a very small time span.
That threw me off a lot when I heard that.
The second movie and the third movie are a day apart, which is very funny.
1 day apart?
That's what they said.
Well, I guess because they're at the bar, but that's... God, what the hell? This is the second movie I think about. This is the second superhero movie I can think of where our heroes get pissed on with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and this one... Venom is talking to a guy in a suit who's actively urinating. He turns to him and is still peeing.
Yeah.
Why? How is that funny?
The funny thing that I found out about it, that's Tom Hardy's stunt double.
That's better.
That's honestly pretty funny to me.
And he gets to punch him and beat him up. Venom not being able to go into full Venom mode over, I thought led very interestingly to this movie. And that plot device made this movie a lot more too. Because it was like, okay, we have to be creative now in how we do things. Until they just start dancing.
As much as I love that part, it is so stupid from getting to it.
I guess, let's go get into spoilers now. There's not much to spoil. Want to get into spoilers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in spoilers now. If you don't get spoiled, skip on to the next section, y'all. There's timestamps down below. Yeah. Venom's like, I see Mrs. Chen at a casino. Let's dance.
I'm very happy she was in this. She's one of my favorite side characters.
What nonsense. Why was she here?
I don't care. It led to a dance sequence to ABBA's Dancing Queen, and it's beautiful.
So at this point in the movie, Venom knows he can't go into full Venom mode, or he will get caught or die. But he'll do it for one dance, knowing how fast he got caught every other time. Sure, that's right.
Yeah, and like Eddie's even just like, this, no, don't do that. And Venom's like, I have to dance. I'm just like, you know what? I respect the stupidity of it.
Yeah, the dance scene is weird. It's really fun. Why is Mrs. Chen at the casino?
So she can dance with Venom. That's the only reason.
Can you explain to me, Josh, why Christmas becomes a main character in the end?
Again, this is what drove me insane about the movie, is that they act like that so many of these side characters are really big and prominent, and like by the end I'm just like, I still don't know who you are.
Oh, we haven't talked about the scientist girl, Julie Temple's backstory.
The one character we learned something about, and it's honestly hilarious.
She's the Flash. So there's one scientist who so the plot is Area 51 wants to get Venom and destroy him.
Well, no, they're shutting Area 51 down. They've been studying the symbiotes, and they learned from the cop from the last movie, because he has part of the symbiote in him, and they learn from the symbiote that Null is coming, and he's going to destroy everything. And they're like, oh, okay, and there's still one out there. All right, cool, let's go get him.
And they learn, okay, only way we can stop Null, which would help stop the universe, is destroying either Eddie or the symbiote Venom part. Okay, problem solved.
And they're really bad at doing it.
And then the symbiote's like, no, let's not let that happen for some reason. Let's protect him, because he was maybe nice to us. Okay. So Christmas's backstory, sure.
She has a backstory?
No, wrong person. Oh, they don't have names. Dr. Teddy Payne, Joan Temple's character. She was a kid her twin brother, wanted to study science, wanted to be a scientist and study space until, while they're holding hands in a storm, got struck by lightning. The twin brother died. She got a dope lightning scar like Harry Potter, but way cooler. And now she's a scientist in honor of her brother. She has no other personality whatsoever besides, my brother was shot by lightning and died. I must avenge his science beliefs. And then also protect the symbiotes, because we're learning, in honor of my brother. Oh, this symbiote attached to me? Guess what? I'm going to get lightning powers. We're going to run fast. Big shocker.
Yep.
Who would have thought a character in a comic book movie struck by lightning would get super speed? Not me. It didn't happen 50 billion times in the speedsters in the flashy area in DC. That never happened once. Her character's boring.
Because she has no character. All the side characters aside from the family have no character.
I actively was interested in Christmas more than her.
How?
Don't ask me how. I don't know. Maybe because we didn't get anything from her, but that's so that she stood up for people. I'm like, okay, that's one trait, and it's not attached to a dead brother. It's just you doing it for you. You're not doing it for the cause of someone who's not alive anymore.
But I don't understand her character. That's the problem. I would get behind
Neither
it more.
do I. Do I care? Not a lot. But also, this movie doesn't care either.
Why couldn't Dr. Dan be in this movie? Damn it, it's because I liked him.
Why couldn't Danny Rojas be a character in this? Why was he captured, brought to Area 51, and then never addressed?
Because he, was there.
Why was Area 51 being destroyed by vats of acid?
To be thorough.
You could have used explosives. You could have used just dismantling it and bringing it somewhere else.
If there's one thing we know about the government, they're going to do things in the most inefficient way as possible.
No, the acid's what helps defeat people in the end.
That's called foreshadowing.
I have more stupid questions, Josh.
Okay.
So there's a line early on while things are being destroyed, and they're like, there'll be nothing left up here. And they say, besides that cockroach, they'll survive anything. And then also a piece of the symbiote seemingly maybe got on the cockroach. That's what they're teasing, I thought. But then at the same time, meaning Venom is back at the end. So they didn't kill Venom, meaning Null will still come after them.
Yep.
So this movie amounted to literally nothing in the end by having Venom survive, teasing for more movies.
Yep.
Also, no around still setting up another movie. Well, they've already announced the Sinister Six movie, which really has like 5 characters or 4.
What is the Sinister Six team? Genuinely, what is it?
Morbius,
Craven, Madam
Vulture.
Web, Venom, Vulture.
No Venom because he's not in it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll use Christmas.
Yeah, there are other symbiotes in this movie, and they attach to like a bunch of scientists and stuff that help Venom fight back against,
Most of them left and got destroyed.
Yes, but there's still 2 out there.
Who are the 2?
Christmas and Lightning Girl.
You're right. Lightning Girl had a bottle.
Yeah, that's how she became Lightning Girl.
Bottle symbiote. Yum. What the fuck is this movie? The more I think about it, the less I am thinking about it. Wait, no.
More I think, the less I think.
That's kind of how I feel right now. The more I think about it, the less I make sense of it.
Yes.
I still give it 8 out of 10. I had a good time. Tom Hardy's
8?
That's what I rated. Did I give it 7?
I think you gave it a 7.
That's probably more accurate. I don't think it's good, but I think it's a good time. Does that make sense?
I gave it a 6. I had fun with it. I did enjoy it. I liked the action was done really well. I love Eddie and Venom's relationship. I thought that was fun. There's elements like the family. I thought that was done well.
Uncomfortable van singing was perfect.
I really liked that scene. That was great.
That was amazing. The family really wanting to see the real alien, and then him just not showing them until they find out by the wrong way possible is way funnier.
Yeah. And like even Venom's sacrifice at the end and just like this everything leading up to that, I was just like, it's honestly
guys, Venom dies, I guess. Because he gets in the acid.
Yeah. The
monsters all get lured to the Area 51, and then they get in the acid. And then they die. But there's still Venom left because he's on a cockroach. So they should keep coming.
Look, we'll get to it. Well, that's a problem for future Venom.
For Venom 4, starring Glenn Powell. I really enjoy that we got to see 3 performances of Tom Hardy doing this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's not Venom.
No.
Whatever it is, it's not Venom.
I mean, at this point, I've accepted it.
And it's kind of funny to me because, like, technically speaking, I think Topher Grace is much closer to the character.
Yeah. Like, he honestly is. I've never hated Topher Grace as the character. I just think that all of his development is done very quickly, and it doesn't work the way that it should. But the core of Venom's character is there, same as Eddie's.
I don't like how losery Topher Grace was in Venom, in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but that's not his fault.
No. It's the writing choice they decided to do, and that's fine. It's just, I'm not a big Spider-Man 3 guy, but I know you like him more than I do, I think.
I like it more, but, like, yeah, it still has tons of problems.
This movie, however, is flawless. I'm kidding.
Not a single flaw. If we said there's any flaws so far, we've been lying to you.
The whole time, the whole half hour of talking about this movie, all lies. No, but really, I think this movie is a genuinely fun time. The family is fun to watch. The science stuff is kind of bullshit, but, like, who cares? The true strategy for watching his team get eviscerated before him is kind of fascinating.
Yeah, like, I briefly mentioned this earlier, but, like, it's surprisingly violent and bloody for a PG-13 movie. Like, the Venom murder bot thing, like, will literally kind of, like, suck up people and, like, shred them to literal pieces, and blood and stuff spurts out behind them. And I'm just like, how the hell did they get away with this in a PG-13 movie?
It looks like a wood chipper.
Yeah, it's surprisingly violent. Like, they do not mess around with showing that this thing is just, like, unkillable.
I really enjoyed it and appreciated the fact that they did that in the first place.
Yeah.
And they are killable. They're killable through acid, apparently.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Like, this thing got shredded through an airplane propeller, and it came back to life. It did not kill it. You basically have to reduce it to atoms to kill it.
And more came, which does bring me again to the plot hole about the fucking cockroach at the end. But whatever. But yeah, I guess it's fine.
I enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with it. I don't think it's the best of these movies, but, like...
What do you love so much about Venom 2? I want to know.
So, it really does
Woody Harrelson?
I mean, I love him as Carnage. He's great. And again, the second film has a lot of problems. I'm not saying that it doesn't. But what I love really is Andy Serkis's direction, and like there was so much synergy between him and the script, and like everyone was on the same page with that one as to the kind of movie they were making and the tone that it needed, and like it just made for a very fun and entertaining experience, and it never felt like that they were half-assing what they were doing. It like in a sense as to the kind of movie they were making. Essentially, they weren't trying to be something that they weren't, and it worked really well for me. But again, there's things in it that I didn't really care for. Shriek, I think, could have, I don't know why she was there. They could have changed that up. It's only an hour and a half, so like there's a lot that more that could have been done. Carnage, like I think Woody Harrelson is a lot of fun as a character, but there is not enough of him in the movie. And again, there's problems I have with it, but like it is the most entertained I've been with these movies. And I just, again, it really comes down to Venom and Eddie's relationship. I think it's at its peak in that movie. I really enjoyed it there.
That's fair. I think it's fine. These movies are all okay. Hold on. These movies are all generally okay to me.
Yeah,
all three.
I get that.
I don't think any of them are spectacular or bad. I mean, they're all a mixture of bad to fine.
Like even the first movie, I don't think it's necessarily a bad movie. It's just one that's very messy.
It's a cocktail of weird.
Yeah. But when I mentioned earlier about how Venom 2 cinematography is some of the best in any comic book movie lately, I'm not joking when I say that. That movie genuinely looks fantastic. It is shot incredibly well. Like, go back and watch it and just, like, compare it to so many other comic book stuff lately. Like, it is leagues above so much other stuff.
You know what we should watch soon? We should watch Elektra soon.
Why?
Or at least watch the full Daredevil movie, because we watched the theatrical. I think we haven't talked about before.
Yeah, there's the R-rated cut of that.
Josh, I'm bringing the book out again.
We haven't given a yay or an A to the movie yet, though.
Yay, I guess! God damn, it's fine. Genuinely, I think it's fun and not much else than that, but seeing the gay lovers, the Black Goo and Sweaty Man is very fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's sad to see them go, but hey, they got, what was it, Maroon 5 song at the end, whoever that was, playing playing over a montage of all their highest love and highest low moments.
Memories bring back. Oh.
And I love that the flashbacks, a lot of them are from this movie rather than the first two. I don't know. I loved it, but like again, that song, everything is so much an intentional choice. Like they know what they're doing, and I love it.
It gave me a bit of the vibe of in Tasm 2 when they played The Home by Philip Phillips.
I guess I could see that.
I like that moment more than this one. This one made me laugh. The other one, it's fine. Yeah. We're going to go on to our super weird stories section, where I have Josh blind react to comic books or superheroes or superhero-related media.
If it has not become apparent to some of you yet, I don't read comics, despite how much of a nerd I am. So when I, have questions about most comic book things, it's not a bit. I genuinely don't know things.
This I'm doing because it's November.
Okay.
And it's Thanksgiving soon, in 2 weeks.
Cool.
What else happens on Thanksgiving, Josh? What else happens on Netflix on Christmas, Josh?
Football?
Yeah, football. This is the NFL superhero.
What?
From Marvel Comics.
Again, I ask what?
Here's the quote. It's nice to be recognized by your fans, isn't it?
That's a quote?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm going to show you this picture. With Spider-Man.
That just looks like Captain America if he stole Iron Man's suit for himself.
What? He's like wearing football pads and stuff.
I thought that was like a robotic suit. I mean, I guess I can see that.
Yeah, it's not. It's like if you took football pad like a Cowboys or Patriots uniform and made it like superhero-y.
Okay.
Created by Fabian Nicieza and Jose Delbo. Guess when he first debuted?
The 80s.
1991.
Damn it.
Is there anything more American than product placement, Josh?
Oh, of course not. It's the most it's America's favorite pastime.
It was only a matter of time before an all-American superhero bore a major corporate brand on the front of his costume. Hence, NFL superhero. That's his name.
That's his name?
His name is NFL superhero.
Oh, dear Lord.
This issue guest starred Spider-Man, though, so that's kind of cool, I guess.
Oh, that poor bastard.
Spider-Man's a poor bastard?
In this situation, yes.
In many situations, yes.
That is very
In
true. Most situations, yes. His life is shit.
He was a collaboration between Marvel Comics and the National Football League, obviously, in an attempt to create a kid-friendly comic hero who could further popularize American football. It needed to be further popularized?
It's always been popular. What are you talking about?
One doesn't normally think of pro football as an industry that needs more exposure, but there you have it. That was the next line of this thing. The character's origin is even harder to swallow.
Oh,
In fact,
oh boy.
it's among the most unlikely in comics. NFL superhero gains his superpowers from inhaling toxic souvenirs.
What?
I'm picturing like a football just or something.
Does he just go up to a gift shop, go, give me those fumes?
Here we go, Josh. Phil Grayfield, a promising NFL star, must give up his ball-playing career when he puts a weird way to phrase that. When he blows out a knee while saving a baby from a fatal fall.
What?
Resigning himself to a life of a mere sports reporter, Grayfield finds himself interviewing a wealthy NFL superfan whose valuable collection becomes the target of fire-wielding vandals. What do you mean fire-wielding?
They just have a stick that's on fire, and they're just like, give us your items.
Trapped under tons of burning memorabilia and game footage, Phil is, in his own words, drenched in chemical foam, gasoline, plastics, and chemicals from the old films.
What is this nonsense?
All of which, amazingly, combine to give him the familiar array of superhuman strength, speed, and endurance, instead of, say, third-degree burns and cancer. Donning the wealthy collector's experimental football uniform, a bulletproof supersuit allows him to pursue the homicidal firebugs in his newly christened identity of Super Pro. Okay. So Super Pro is the name. The issue is called NFL Superhero, but he is named Super Pro. That experience gives Phil a taste for crook catching, and so he continues his mission to fight crime and defend the sport he loves from those forces that would seek to corrupt it. Predictably, the ex-footballer encounters plenty of gridiron-themed supervillains. He literally tackles, a steroid-chomping rookie, and Wait, hold on. What the fuck? This got weirder.
Please, continue.
Okay, he literally tackles a steroid-chomping rookie player turned into a mountain-sized monster, a former teammate who uses his kicking skills as a ninja assassin, a high-tech hitman with an instant replay-themed gimmick, even an opposing team of evil football-themed supervillains.
What is this nonsense?
Super Pro also fought at Standby Baddie in the 1990s, an anti-environmentalist nutcase, and a few Z-list nemesises borrowed from other Marvel heroes.
I love they have to specify it's Z-list. It is the bottom of the barrel.
One issue's crew of crooks, decked out as Native American Kachinas, earned Super Pro's publisher a censure from the Hopi Nation. Whoops. After 12 issues, NFL Super Pro let the gridiron with some level of notoriety, in no small part to owing the cynical marketing and brand taking place in lieu of character. So instead of character, just branding.
That sounds about right.
He went from sacking quarterbacks to tackling crime. I don't know where Spider-Man comes into this. And that's all I have on the character.
What the hell?
I want to know how many issues he had. Hold on.
Didn't it just say 12?
Sure, but I want to see with Spider-Man. I want to see that part.
Oh.
It was just one? You can own this issue for like $20. Or ranging from like $4 to $29, I see. Honestly, that's pretty funny. What is the plot of it, though? Ooh, I found more information. I think.
You think?
No, synopsis not yet written.
Even the writers don't know what it is.
It's a Marvel's website with Marvel Wiki or Sling.
That's even funnier.
Oh my god. Hold on. It gets funnier now, I just learned. So the NFL merchandise that he dons for his uniform, instead of stealing it, he is morally obligated to give back the uniform after bringing the looters to justice, making a thief of the supposed superhero. So he does keep it. He was supposed to go back. Okay, that's our episode, Josh.
What a banger of a way to end that one.
That's funny.
That is
I still don't
fascinating.
know why Peter Parker is involved. I cannot find information on it.
What if they just put him on the cover just to help sell it?
He's probably in the issue, but I don't know why. Josh, what are your thoughts on Super Pro, the NFL superhero, just in time for Thanksgiving?
Poor bastard. As I will now take into consideration anytime I'm near merchandise to not inhale it in case there's toxic chemicals on it. Or maybe I will inhale even harder so I can get superpowers.
But it was from the firebugs, fire-wielding vandals. Vandals, not Wandals. That's not a word.
Wandolf?
Look at me now, Wendell. You look at me now. That's an old reference. Josh, thank you for recording this episode with me today. It's been a fun time, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. We'll get back to y'all next time with another DCOM, and I don't know what movie. Maybe Heretic. I'm seeing it tonight.
We'll find out.
Maybe. What else is happening this week?
Things.
Should I binge Penguin?
Probably. I know I need to.
Fair enough. Josh, where can people find you online?
I'm on Instagram at J_Rudy16, Twitter at J_Rudy28, Letterboxd at Nerd4Film28, and YouTube at Josh Rudolph.
You can find me on Twitter at The Theater Nerd or on TikTok and Instagram at That Nerd Theater. Although all those handles might be changing soon. I think I'm going to just make them all the same because that's better. And then there's Josh, who's like, whatever the fuck it is, who cares?
Consistency doesn't matter. Chaos reigns.
That's Noel's whole deal, man. Just chaos, I guess. Oh, you know what's interesting to me? Speaking of, like, death and stuff and recently, like, comic book stuff, like characters. Out of everything that happened in Thor Love and Thunder, I am shocked at how accurate the design of Eternity was.
Yep.
That is, like, one-to-one perfect. Anyway, yeah, you can find me on those things. You can email the show at podgeekspeak@gmail.com. You can tweet us with hashtag GeekSpeakPod or at GeekSpeakPod on Twitter. Or you can join our Discord and talk to us real time down below. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We'll be back with you all again, hopefully next week, with more fun stuff.
Woo!
Boy.
Boy, indeed.
I was me saying bye, but okay.